The Women's Institute of Management of Malaysia is a new age women's NGO. Where action speaks louder than words. Where professionalism and excellence are the goals. Where men and women work in partnership. In the Board of Governors for Education, the chairperson in 2009 is Mr. V.T. Nathan and Deputy Chairperson Yang Berbahagia Datuk Dr. Ismail Noor. In the Membership Committee 2009, the chairperson is Dr. Tarsisius Chin. WIM was co-founded by two Malaysian women leaders on the 14th of May 1993. They are Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Datuk Napsia Omar, former Associate Professor in Universiti Pertanian Malaysia, now known as Universiti Putra Malaysia, and former Cabinet Minister, having held the positions of Minister of Public Enterprise and Minister of National Unity and Social Development. And Yang Berbahagia Datuk Dr. Nelly S.L. Tan Wong, a practicing chartered accountant and NGO woman leader at national and international levels. She served on the Board of Trustees, Women World Banking New York, and was finance chairperson of World YWCA Geneva. She is a frequent speaker at international conferences. The WIM Board of Trustees comprises Tan Sri Napsia Omar, Chairperson; Datuk Dr. Nelly Tan Wong, Deputy Chairperson cum CEO; Tok Puan Zainun binti Datuk Hussein; Raja Puan Sri Nura Ashikin binti Raja Abdullah; Miss Lin Chua; Puan Sri Suyong Nyanalingam; Dr. Sharon Tong B. Eng. All WIM board members, including the CEO, are volunteers and do not receive any form of remuneration or allowances. The WIM board is supported by an advisory panel. In 2009, the chairperson is Dr. Rokia Talib and deputy chairperson is Mrs. Eliza Cherry Chong. WIM won 2 PR awards from the Institute of Public Relations, Malaysia. WIM was cited in the Women in Development chapter of the 7th Malaysia Plan. WIM invests in IT communications. Telecoms Malaysia Berhad sponsored WIM to be the first Malaysian women NGO to appear in the Internet. In 2009, WIM received 45,000 to 57,000 hits per month in her website from 79 countries. WIM invests in education. The WIM University of East London MBA degree program was launched by Malaysia's 6th Prime Minister Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Sri Najib Tun Abdul Razak, then the Minister of Education. WIM has an enviable and successful track record as WIM has produced MBA distinction graduates at every graduation ceremony. WIM designed a blog to market this MBA program. WIM invests in publications. A WIM Finance Handbook in Bahasa Malaysia, English, Mandarin and Tamil. A WIM Business Journal, Inspire, which features articles on leadership, management, education, health, law, entrepreneurship and women's issues for every issue. WIM publications on Real Estate Investment Trust or REIT, on Initial Public Offering or IPO, on Small and Medium Enterprise or SME, and a health book From the Womb to the Golden Years, a product of a health conference organized by WIM and the International Medical University. WIM invests in social action and conducts small business courses and basic ICT courses in all states of Malaysia to disadvantaged women's groups, namely rural women, single-parent women, Aboriginal women, and women in the prisons, Rumah Sri Putri, estates, and Nipah virus-affected areas. Up till 30th June 2009, WIM has conducted 505 events and courses benefiting 21,227 participants. WIM invests in developing local interest groups, namely the WIM Toastmasters Club, a very active club whose founding president is Dr. Sharon Tong B. Eng. The WIM Book Club, whose chairperson in 2009 is Mrs. Mary Lazarus Gill. The WIM Support Group for Recurring Pregnancy Loss, whose chairperson in 2009 is Ms. Lau Poi Poi. WIM invests in building global relationships, such as receiving a delegation of women in government from the United States of America. Her Majesty, the Queen, Tuanku Najihah, hosted them for tea at the palace. Inviting Professor Muhammad Yunus of the Grameen Bank, Bangladesh, as keynote address speaker at WIM's National Symposium for Rural Women. Receiving Queen Mother Semane Bonolo Motolegi from South Africa. Receiving the Lady Mayoress of London. Briefing a delegation of senior ministry officials from Bangladesh. Invited by the Women's Leadership Board of the John F. Kennedy School of Government, Harvard University at Boston for 2 events, namely a Women's International Conference to launch their Women's Leadership Board. Datuk Nelly presented a paper on entrepreneurship and a WIM corporate video at this conference. This video is retained in the JFK School's library. And secondly, a dialogue with present and past women prime ministers and presidents around the world. With Her Excellency Vigdis Finnbogadittir, former President of Iceland. With Her Excellency Kim Campbell, former Prime Minister of Canada. With Her Excellency Kazimiera Danute Prinskiera, former Prime Minister of Lithuania. As a result of these 2 events at Harvard University, WIM is in the midst of producing a publication, Steel Gardenias, documenting experiences and lessons from global women leaders. WIM was also represented at the planning conference to launch the Senior Women's Network from APEC Economies. Datuk Dr. Nelly, WIM's representative, was selected to present the final report to His Excellency President Fidel Ramos of the Philippines at a banquet in Malacañang Palace. Inviting US bestseller author John Nashbit as keynote address speaker for a WIM International Symposium. Inviting eminent professors to speak at WIM events such as Professor Warren McFarlane from Harvard Business School and Professor Dr. Brian Toh from Wharton Business School. WIM invests in cooperation with the UNFPA, which has awarded 4 projects funded by the UN Population Fund to WIM throughout the years. With Datuk Dr. Richard Lee, UNFPA Representative 2007. With Mr. Kamal Malhotra, UNFPA Representative 2009. WIM was the only NGO invited to present a briefing to Mrs. Nana Annan, wife of former UN Secretary-General His Excellency Mr. Kofi Annan, on his official visit to Malaysia. Seated next to Mrs. Annan is WIM board member Yang Berbahagia Tok Puan Zainun binti Datuk Hussein. WIM invests in special events. WIM has organised the Tun Dr. Siti Hasma WIM Woman of the Year Award for 3 times up till 2009. This award, honors a woman who has faced challenges in her early life, overcome them, becomes a success and contributes back to the society now. The award organizing chairperson was Yang Berbahagia Puan Sri Suyong Nyanalingam. WIM also organizes the WIM Prime Minister Lecture Series. The maiden lecture was delivered by Malaysia's 5th Prime Minister Yang Amat Berbahagia Tun Abdullah Ahmad Badawi. WIM invests in people, the staff of WIM 2009. WIM invests in property. WIM is the proud owner of Wisma WIM, a 6-story building constructed with 100% made in Malaysia materials. The groundbreaking ceremony was officiated by Malaysia's 4th Prime Minister Yang Amat Berbahagia Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad. When Wisma WIM was completed, it was declared open by Yang Amat Berbahagia Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad again. Wisma WIM comprises an office block, an auditorium, and a residential block. The office block features an atrium with a glass ceiling opening up to the skies. A gallery of traditional costumes from all the states of Malaysia. A WIM members' lounge. A women's hall of fame. Lecture rooms. The auditorium has a capacity for 300 persons. The fully air-conditioned residential block can accommodate 80 persons. The car park has 90 car bays. The WIM song is entitled Standing Strong and Tall, lyrics by Datuk Dr. Nelly Tan Wong, musical score by Josephine Wong Joy Lin and Woon Chi Chung, music manuscript by Sedaya International University College. Performed, recorded and produced by Lim Kok Wing University of Creative Technology.